Hi, all my friends. I want to give an update of what's going on, and it's been crazy. Um, I have given my roommate a notice. Okay, I hope the lighting is okay. I'm trying to find that sweet spot here, but I'm in a hurry. But anyway, so yeah, I've given my roommate a notice, a 30-day notice, but I am actually going to be out before the 30 days. It became too toxic. It really has. From the time I came in here, I told her, you've never said anything nice to me. She doesn't understand the difference of people, and allowing people to live their own life, and so I hope this is also a roommate lesson and some things that I've learned about going into a roommate situation is always make sure you sign a contract, which I did. And that protects both parties. And it'll say in the requirements of what they're allowing you to do and not to do and blah, 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 blah. Now, they could say, okay, I don't want to drink or I don't want to smoke or, things like that. And those are things that they can, as you go in under the agreement, they could, tell you what to not and do about those particular things, especially maybe they could say, well, no friends staying overnight, but you can have a visitor, of course, Then, of course, if you had a roommate stay the night or you did any of those things in the contract, then you're breaking the contract with them. But nowhere in any contract that you ever sign for a roommate situation is ever going to tell you how to cook your food, whether you should eat your vegetables raw or cooked. Yeah, if you're drinking Coke, oh no, you shouldn't drink Coke. No one has that kind of right to tell you those kind of things. Okay, how much exercise you do a day. No one should be telling you, well, you should be walking more. How come, or what do you shouldn't be feeding that type of food to your dog, or, why don't you try a raw diet or, home cooked diet or, any of those things. Those are none of their business. As long as you're taking good care of your dog, you're feeding your dog, that's all that matters, So those are some lines that she's crossed. I don't want to get into too much detail, but I just want you to know too, if you are a renter of, in a roommate situation, there's our do's and don'ts on both ends, okay? And I basically wrote her a letter and I said, you have, I'm trying to think, I'm trying to do this, but do this quickly and then nail important topics. So sorry if I'm trying to think a little more. But so anyways, I told her being a renter does not give her permission to tell me how to live my life or control my life of, what I do, what I eat, how much exercise I do, whether I start my day late in the afternoon. I never tell her, well, gee, you shouldn't be taking that many naps, and calling her lazy, because she does. I mean, it's none of my business how many naps she takes, whether she's energetic one day or not another day, how much she plays with her dogs or walks with her dogs, what she feeds with her dogs, what she eats. Those are none of my concerns. I never cross those lines with her, and someone else should not cross those same lines with you as a renter, only if it has to do with renting that room or what you could do to their property, of course. Those are things they can say, like no cutting trees down or, things like that. You got to keep a clean kitchen. Those are things that have to do with renting the place, okay? Not your personal affairs. So anyways, I wrote a letter. I'm not going all over the place, and I just basically told her those things, that you have no right to do that unless it pertains to the contract that I signed as a renter. Then you have something to say, and and not everybody can be friends. You can be acquaintances, and and obviously I don't need friends like that in my life. You know, she's not a friend. She's a controller, basically. She wants somebody she can control. And, but anyways, and it got really hard. You know, we were just texting each other and we could no longer talk to each other, and we were avoiding each other, being in the kitchen at the same time. It was just getting, it's so bad, so toxic. So I have found another place to live. So my friend, you know, Nanda has offered her place. She actually had a roommate situation that came available. Her and I have talked on the phone so many times. We're always talking to each other, so we know we get along. We're, you know, it's just, I feel, going to be a better, hopefully more positive situation for me to be into. She knows it's only for a couple of months, and then my goal is to get into the van by early spring, or make that transition, which at her place I could do that. And because she's got a way for me to even eventually get hooked up to just 15 amps, if not the 30 amp, but she does have some 30 amp hookups when they're available, but right now she's got tenants there. But so it's doable to do the transition and also help her eventually get a longer term roommate, because she knows I'm just temporary. So yeah, it's a win-win situation, and I can't thank her enough, and thank God for this opportunity. And he really is answering some prayers. But it was a decision that I had to make, that this was just too unhealthy for me to be in, okay, at this time in my life, when I have so many other important things that matter while I'm here. And to get my health better, to redo my van, and I can't do it when I'm just drained emotionally, which drains me physically, and I have so much other things to take care of because I'm dealing with a toxic, unhealthy situation. And I mean, she's just mean, saying mean comments to me all the time, and I'm a negative person when, oh my gosh, she's never said one nice thing to me. Calling me lazy. I mean, nowhere in there did I sign up for that kind of treatment, you know. So anyways, that's what I was saying. I don't need friends like that. I don't treat my friends like that. We need encouraging, uplifting friends, not people who are going to tear us down, and even in a roommate situation. So anyway, so the plan is I'm going to be moving some stuff back to my storage unit. I've got to get some stuff over to there that I brought over to here, and I was going to go through some of my clothes and reorganize my clothes. I hope to get that all done by today, and get my stuff back over to the storage unit that I want to get back there, that I will not be taking with me on the road. And so get that going. Get over to Nanda's. I'm going to give her a deposit, probably stay a day or so over there, and by Friday, and then probably move in there before Christmas. So even though I gave her a 30-day notice, I will be out before Christmas. So anyways, I just want you to know what's going on, and go from there. And I just thank you all for your love and your support and your comments, and also keep in mind, I won't be able to get back to comments until, I don't know, maybe another, after the weekend or something. So do know that I read all your comments. I put a little heart by them. That means I read them, but I just won't be able to get to comments until I get through this next several days, okay? So I know I'm getting behind again, but I'm just hit with too much close together now with having to make this move. So I'm just thankful for everybody out there. Thankful for Kent, for all his love and support and all his messages. Yeah, just pictures he sends me in support. I just can't thank him enough, and everybody out there too, and all my personal friends, and Christine and everybody in Nanda. Okay, I love you all, and I'll talk to you in the next video.